Hey, what's up, fam? I was getting ready, setting it for a live stream, and then all of a sudden, Jim in his box dropped 5 chapters of Memesis once, and I had to immediately go read them. And my plan was to read all 5 of them, and then either maybe bunch them up, maybe to like a 2 and a 3, or to do all 5 in 1. But after reading, I've only read the first one. I've read 19 out of that bundle, and I had to do a review on it because a lot of interesting things happened. There was some funny stuff in there. Just to kind of recap it, say what Memesis is, if you haven't checked it out. The story is, it takes a very plain, very kind of a basic plot idea for like an action, like adventure fantasy, but kind of turns a little. So kind of going to like, TLDR of it, these 2 characters, well, later becomes 3. Let's name all 3 of them. Ash, Kajira, and Rose are going out to find the location of this evil demon king who, he's causing all this trouble in their land and all the, normal bad guy stuff. But the thing that kind of turns it is they're doing it out of spite because the guy who's like the front runner, like hero, who they call the hero Leon, he's a complete and total douchebag, and they just want to rub it in his. They want to get all the glory and then rub it in his face just so they can pretty much give him the middle finger and tell him to f off. It's pretty entertaining, but part of the thing is in this chapter, like a lot of crazy stuff happens. So they're in this castle. They're getting to the 3rd floor, which is this ice floor. It's like all these big ice pillars. It looks cool. It looks like an area from Dark Souls, like for real. Like I can't remember what it was called in the first one. That big like area where all the dragons, where you find the ancient dragon, and there's like the Hydra down there, and it's just like you see all these big trees and this big open water, and it's all like I think it's like ash and not sand for the beaches. It's like really cool. And you see some funny stuff like the dude, what's his name? He's pretty new to this character. His name is Jaggy, I think. He's the guy who I've been calling the French God because he cut a boulder in half with a baguette. He's just apparently he's a really good swordsman, but he doesn't have a sword right now. He just got bread because he pretty much is he had to trade all his supplies and money after losing a bet. But there's some cool stuff. Like one of them is they go up to this, I forgot the dude Jack. He's like, hey guys, look, uh, because it's so cold, my balls have like shrunk to the size of an acorn. They're like, fascinating. That's interesting. It was pretty funny, but there was a lot of cool visuals. Like when they went up this ice floor and there's this big kind of like strange, like small-eyed, like big fangy, like shark-headed looking monster is inside, just frozen, and they're trying to figure out if it's actually dead or alive. Maybe foreshadowing who they're gonna fight on this floor, which is pretty cool. But also then they see this dude who him and his ally were attacked. His ally was dying, and he's like, my friend's not gonna make it. Can you guys help me? They try and heal him, but Ashik and Jira are both just like, yeah, take our warp stones. That the people that the king that put all these characters on this quest is like, here, obviously I don't want to, even though I want you guys to go and do this quest to rescue the princess from somebody who kidnapped her, I don't want any of the heroes just to die. So he gave them all like these warp stones. So if they, get in a situation where they think they're gonna die, use it and they get teleported back to the kingdom. And they're Ash and Kajira are just like, yeah, take ours. We don't need them. You're good. You guys can be saved. We're not going anywhere. We're staying here. We got it. And when the guy leaves, he's like, I would like to know the names of the people that saved me, my friend. My best friend will definitely want to know who you are. It's really appreciated to tell them their names are Ash, Gojira, and Rose. And when the guy's at the hospital, like clearing up, uh, that kind of goes into like another character who was saved by Ash and Kujira and Rose. Went and told people they defeated like a couple of the demon lord bosses, some of like the guys directly under the demon king himself, and their names like spread around the world like wildfire. All these people started to learn about them, and then it actually also got up to the hero Leon, who seems a little bit amused by it. But part of it, the chapter isn't just like, obviously it's stepping into an area to where these characters who were nobodies until they decided to train and become powerful, really powerful out of spite because of the actual like really powerful hero dude is a complete asshole. Now they're getting recognized for their actions because a lot of the stuff that they were doing throughout the series was getting the credit was just assuming it was Leon. He was getting all the credit, it was just making him more famous. But it gets to Leon, and this part is really cool because it's like, yeah, it reached him as well, and you could guess who him is. Obviously, they're referring to Leon, and see like this like dark like storm cloud and these lightning bolts, and you get this really cool panel of this big three-headed monster. Like, honestly, I'm wondering if the dude who did this saw like the trailer for Godzilla and just like how it's kind of like that trailer for the new one where you see Ghidorah, King Ghidorah, and it's just like he's in the storm cloud and the only illumination you're getting from is from like the lightning bolts and everything else around him is just like these swirling like this like black like he's inside of a storm cloud like this big black tornado with lightning bolts everywhere and it just looks so cool. And Leon just goes up and he's just like, "Yep, this big monster is still nothing to me. I need to find something actually worth my time." But now he's also like, "I'm gonna go see what uh I think the villain that they're writing Devil Moon." He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go there as well. I'm gonna go figure out and see what's up." So now not only is it the character development, you get to see some stuff more at the Ash Kajira, but you also get a lot of really cool panels. You get a development of them now being famous, and the hero Leon is going to be where they are. So it's going to be the first time we get to see them all face to face since the start of the series. At least I can remember. I don't think they've ran into each other since the series has begun. I think it's just all flashbacks. So check this series out. It's really fun. It runs in the same magazine as that series Marygrave I've talked about. They're both very entertaining. Um, yeah, so just look it up. You just use the name that I'm going to use for the title. It's just spelled Nemesis, but with an M instead of an N. If you like my other content, check out my videos. I do mostly manga stuff, Fairy Tail Eden Zero and Black Clover, as well as I'm going to be adding through Radiant Anime and a few others on there once they come out in a few weeks. Radiant being the first official French manga turned Japanese anime. If you're subscribed to my channel already, thank you. If you aren't, I appreciate if you would subscribe. And I'm going to do a stream later today. I'm just going to get through these chapters of Memesis, and then I'm going to get my stream set up. But otherwise, thank you very much for listening. Bye.